Hello pen testers, this is Puneet from Rapid Safeguard back again with another video, and in this video we are going to talk about directory traverser or path traverser vulnerability. Before we start our video, I would like to introduce our platform called Vulmachines. This platform is for people who are willing to learn about real-time pen testing and CVE exploits, so check out this platform and share your feedback. Firstly, what is directory traverser? Directory traverser, also known as a path traverser vulnerability. In this type of attack, an attacker is able to read a file that are stored outside the web root folder, such as etc password file, web config file, or any personal file that should not be accessible from the web application. In the Linux system, the web root file is /var www, and in the Windows system, IIS server web root folder. Now let's understand with an example. As you can see in the example, I am accessing a web application called vulmachines.com, and that is actually available on var/www folder. And I am fetching the profile image file, and the profile image file is something like profile.jpg, and that would be available in image folder. The actual request is something like this: the vulmachines.com and file is equals to image/profile.jpg. Now I am replacing file is equals to profile.jpg and traverse the etc/password file. So in the backend request, it will look like something like this: the vulmachines.com file is equals to etc/password. If I am able to read the etc/password file, then it will be vulnerable to directory traverser or path traverser vulnerability. Now let's understand the path and path in Unix system and Windows system. Absolute path. Absolute path refers to the root of the file system, and in the Unix it's begin with the / character, and in the Windows system it's begin with either the // or it may be naming from the drive of the later, like it naming a drive by the such a later name, C drive or D drive. So as you can see in the example, the first example, vulmachines is the root directory. As you can see in the Windows system, it is given by the // The second example, the vulmachines.txt is a file, and the root directory is a dir1. And the third example, the users is the root directory, and as you can see in the example of Windows file, that C drive is mentioned. So it may be drive will mention like C drive or D drive, as I told you earlier. Now let's understand the relative path. Relative path name refer to the current working directory, and it for the access or for the process content which established by the system call. The system call like cd or chdir commands. This path begins with the name of the directory or either a single period or dot character, and that names current directory at the point of interpreting the path. So as you can see in example that Puneet.txt is a current directory. Now in the second example, rapid safeguard.txt is a current directory, but it mentioned like dot and / in the Unix system, and in the Windows system it // As you can see in the third example, the exploit.py file refers to the directory of dir, the current directory. So / is dir, and as you can see in the Windows path, the dir is a / as mentioned. Now let's understand what is //. The // instruct the system to go one directory up. So as you can see in the example, the root /home/vulmachines. Now if I give the command like a cd ... and give the enter, it will go up or go back to one directory, and my current directory will be root/home. Now let's understand the encoding in the directory traverser. So the query string is usually URI decode and before it used. So therefore, these applications are vulnerable to percent encoded directory traversal, such as single encoding and double encoding. As you can see in the example, that single encoding, that percentage 2e, percentage 2e, percentage 2f is equivalent to dot dot slash. Same way, the double encoding is something like that percentage is again encoded with percentage 25, and percentage 252e, percentage 252e, percentage 252f is equivalent to dot dot slash. So these are the example of single encoding and double encoding. Now the Microsoft has added the one more method, that Unicode character support, which introduce a new way of encoding. So that percentage C1, percentage 1C is equivalent to slash command. So percentage U2216 is equivalent to forwarded slash. So these are the example of encoding. Now let's understand the difference between directory traversal and the file inclusion. The main difference between the directory traversal and file inclusion is the directory traversal, you can read a file, not the execute that particular file. But in the file inclusion, you may upload your shell or the malicious script in the server is context to the application, but in the directory traversal you can only read that particular file or sensitive files. So these are the mitigation steps that developer has to be taken, and the firstly it should be the sanitize the user input. Second, the directory restrict the directories with the index file, and or they can set the access rule in the server. For the practical demonstration, I am taking a real life example of Apache Flink, the latest CVE 2020-17519, and that is vulnerable to directory traversal vulnerability. I will show you how I am able to read the etc/password file. So let's go to the demonstration part. For the lab access, visit worldmachines.com, and here I am giving my username and password. So just go to missions. As you can see in the missions, I have created a CV labs, the CV practical labs, and the web security labs, websec labs. And let's say click on the next. As you can see in the Apache Flink CV 2020-17519, click on the lab access. So this is the Apache Flink dashboard, and this vulnerability, the directory path traversal vulnerability is on the job manager. So in the job manager, there is called a logs. In the logs, that the directory traversal vulnerability is there. So let's say I'm giving the request, and the first of all, let's understand the payload. So this is the payload, actual payload, the Python code I have downloaded, and this is the payload. The actual payload is this. Now let's try with the manually. Let's say I'm just copy this payload and paste it over here. So as you can see, this payload is double encoded, that 252F. Let's say let's decode this thing, so you will get the idea. In the burp shoot, there's decoder and dot 25 percentage decode as a URL. So first of all, this is the first of this is the double encoded URL. So encoded, double encoded. Now it is converted as a single, and let's say decode as again URL. So you will get the actual payload. So this is the file location, the etc password file. How many times he has traversed? This is the 1 time, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11 times he has traveled. So this is the payload Now let's say copy this payload and paste it on the browser. So 10 times he has traversed the for the etc/password file, and he is now is able to see the etc password file. So this is the payload, and this payload is double encoded first of all, and this is the 10 times. Now it may be possible for your organization or for your practice, it might be 7 times or 6 times. It's depending on your environment. So let's say I'm capturing this request in the Bubshoot. Let's say click on the job logs. Now interception on, and let's say forward, let's say config asset job manager logs, let's say forward interception off. So let's say I'm here the giving the payload and see the output. So 200 okay, and the using the Bubshoot we can see. So this is the 10 times as I mentioned earlier. So this payload is most used. This kind of payload is used. Let's say try with the command. Try with the payload. So python exploit.py, and here just give the URL. So URL http, and here I'm passing the URL. So you will get the etc password file. So this is all about the directory traverser vulnerability, and this is how the CV 2020-17519 is exploited. So I hope you like this video. Apache Flink exploit link I will drop in the description box, so you can download and change based on your environment. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you like this video. If you like, then share with your InfoSec friends and subscribe our channel. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching.